Introducing first from the New Jersey Shore, accompanied by Robbie T, Robbie E.
Robbie E, former World Television Champion, set for action. There you see that VIP entrance. You know, recently on ImpactWrestling.com, I had my shot to get on the list. I didn't make it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, how in the world?
That's not really something you want to tell people about.
Well, who would think that his favorite pet isn't a hamster?
Wow, I'll tell you what. How about those sweaters, by the way? Robbie E set to do battle this week on Xplosion, and he has some very tough competition.
And their opponents, introducing one half the World Tag Team Champions, Chavo Guerrero.
Tough competition indeed, JB. One half of the Tag Team Champions of the world. Chavo Guerrero, so much pride, so much legacy, so much family history, and he continues it here at Impact Wrestling, winning championship gold, something the Guerreros have done for decades.
They certainly have. I think I have the family tree kind of figured out now, finally. A lot of branches in there, but from Mondo to the late great Eddie Guerrero, of course, Hector, our Spanish announcer here at Impact Wrestling, and of course Chavo now joining the family as well. Viva Raza. La Raza.
There you go.
Easy. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. Here's what you got to know. Those World Tag Team titles around their waists, that signifies how good, how quickly they've come along. In a very short time, Hernandez and Chavo have climbed the ranks all the way to the top of the Tag Team division.
Won those titles back at Bound for Glory. Bell sounds, and we're set for one-on-one action here. Although these two men didn't come alone. Big Robbie T on the outside. And, of course, Super Mex Hernandez as well, making his presence felt.
Had an interview with Robbie E on TNA Today recently. He said he actually signs the checks to Robbie T. Writes bouncer in the little memo column. And that's apparently what he is. That's the relationship they have, these two. And as we've seen before in the spin cycle, many things here on Xplosion, these two are a tightly knit group. A unit.
Yeah, you're not kidding. Tightly knit, just like those sweaters. Candy cane stripe tonight. Cover attempt there by Chavo.
And yes, asking that he chill. Bro.
There you go. Trying to get out of there, scrambling though, but he does nullify the momentum that Chavo Guerrero had going on there. So both men back to square one here in this matchup. Who's going to get the early advantage remains to be seen. Hard to out-wrestle Chavo Guerrero. He's seen everything inside that ring. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's a staple of the Guerreros there.
Well, you got to remember, too, you know, the Chavo, the Guerrero family, no question about it. Great wrestlers. Whoa, what a great kick. Unconventional a little bit, but I got to tell you what, he connected. The Guerreros are known for a couple things. First of all, what a mean streak they have. If you tick them off, if you say the wrong thing, you better be ready for that blood to boil and pay the consequence as a result of it.
Hot-tempered for sure. Chavo Guerrero as Robbie E trying to get to the safety of the ropes. And now catches him with a boot to the midsection. You know, moments ago, Chavo showing how well-rounded he is. Went with that spin kick, but then was able to ground him on the mat as well. Chavo can truly do it all in there. But a great opportunity here by Robbie E. If he can somehow score the upset. I mean, take nothing away from him. Like I mentioned, former television champ. If he gets a win over Chavo, might turn a lot of heads. They might get a shot coming up at the tag team titles. And Chavo taken to the outside.
And look out for big Robbie T on the floor. This is where they're most dangerous. Hang on, Hernandez is there to stop that.
Right there to put a stop to that. This matchup continues. The blood's starting to boil. It continues next on Xplosion. Welcome back to Xplosion, everyone. Robbie E now takes the advantage over his opponent, one half of the Tag Team Champions. This matchup really fitting for Xplosion because with Super Mex and Big Robbie T on the outside, this thing feels like a powder keg that could explode at any moment, JB.
Well, interesting to note that both men have utilized larger tag team partners to get the job done. It's been very successful for Chavo. Been pretty successful for Robbie E to have Robbie T there in his corner, but both men obviously relying on the quickness, that side of the tag team, to equate the size of their tag team partners.
That has been a winning combination throughout history. Hold on, here's the cover here. Think of teams like Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard, the Hart Foundation. It's been a winning recipe, and how about right here? Joey Ryan and the Blueprint Matt Morgan, top contenders for the tag team titles.
Well, you got to try and have all bases covered in the tag team. You know, you can have your power teams, you can have your quickness teams, but you can mix a little bit of both. That seems to be the winning formula, especially right now with our current tag team champions.
Chavo now trying to fight his way back up. He certainly has the Impact Zone crowd behind him here on Xplosion, but leverage there by Robbie E. He's making a good showing of himself thus far.
Want to mention as well, comes January 1st, challenge in the UK. It's British Boot Camp, and all four of these guys weighed in on who they thought would win between Rockstar, Spud, Party, Marty, and the Blossom Twins. That show coming to challenge January 1st. Everybody's excited about it. Everybody's talking about British Boot Camp. Check your local listings.
Cannot wait for that. Boy, those competitors, they sure get a taste of the whole business in the wrestling world and the surrounding world, don't they?
And we get to watch along with them. Very exciting stuff. As is Chavo Guerrero taking it to Robbie E.
Chavo runs hard and heavy into that back elbow. Little fist pump here by Robbie E, who connects with the forearm. He might catch him here. What an upset it would be, but no, only a count of two.
Some great camera work, some exciting ways to watch Impact Wrestling, of course, here on Xplosion each and every week. We thank all of our great fans for watching. And I got to tell you, with everything as it stands right now, a win for Robbie E in this matchup would certainly guarantee him, I would think, a World Tag Team title match.
I would agree with you, JB. This is a huge opportunity for Robbie E. Can he capitalize? Look out here, beautiful suplex by Chavo Guerrero, enabling him perhaps to turn the tables. But that forearm strike by Robbie E took a lot out of one half of the tag champs. He's got to get something rolling here, and he might do just that. Head scissors takedown, just enough to get him up and over.
It's that speed, it's that high-flying agility that's been so successful for Chavo, and look out, over the top. Wow.
So agile, no wasted motion from the outside in. And once Chavo gets rolling, so hard to defend because he is so experienced. He makes very few mistakes inside that ring. Now, nice standing drop kick. Deep hook of the leg. This is going to do it. But another near fall. So Robbie E, got to give him credit here. He is putting up a big fight.
He certainly is, giving it all that he has in there with one half of the World Tag Team Champions.
Oh, look out here. You talk about that Guerrero family tree.
Oh, wait a minute. On the outside. Look at that. Hold on. Super Mex there to stop that in a hurry. Look at these two behemoths on the outside of the ring.
Oh, yeah. Two big bulls just locking horns. Robbie T into the post. And because of the interference, Chavo Guerrero had to stop those three amigos at dos. Solamente dos, only two. He might pick up the third now. For that trifecta, twist through with it this time. Calls a little bit of an audible there. Does Chavo Guerrero. Could be the beginning of the end, JB.
And he made sure that Robbie E is isolated. Unable to interfere from the top.
Frog splash on the money and picks up the win.
Your winner, Chavo Guerrero.
Robbie E was game, competitive matchup, but in the end, the experience, the quickness, the ability of Chavo Guerrero. He picks up the win with the big frog splash.
Great to have his tag team partner Hernandez to stop it all as well for the outside interference. It's your winner, Chavo Guerrero, here on Xplosion.